Welcome to Drinking Bros, presented by StrikeForceEnergy.com. Put down the water and grab a fucking drink.
I like how we
Christmas.
We always double clap on our side to sync audio, which is actually not that good because then you have to kind of.
Oh, it's terrible.
I guess it's about the same, you know,
It's
but
still-
you don't want
it's
two
a spike.
spikes.
It's just a spike in the on the chart, right? I mean,
Yeah, but there's two now, so you got to like really.
but you got to find that peak, dog.
That's true. Or you
Yeah.
can just do three.
Right?
It's just three
knows?
clap.
Three.
Just you keep fucking clapping over and over.
I've
again.
only had the clap once. Oh wait.
Oh wait. Hold on.
Well,
Sorry.
You were
Merry
in Thailand.
Christmas.
Yeah, Merry.
I was not.
Merry Christmas.
He was in
I was-
California.
It was not.
Oh,
It was in actually Thornton, Colorado.
wow.
Whoa,
I
that's
went
a
on-
strange
I
place
went
to
on,
get chlamydia.
It wasn't Tinder. We didn't have Tinder back then. It was not
MySpace?
Match. No, what was that? Plenty of Fish. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Little POF.
My condom broke and it was like, I'm totally clean. And yeah, no. Fuck. It was terrible.
Oh God.
Let's not talk about my sexual exploit.
That's how we met.
And Evan and I haven't been friends since.
Can you describe this girl? Like, what was she worth it? Like, was she worth chlamydia?
No girl is worth that.
That's a lie. That is a lie.
Okay, yeah, because chlamydia is literally it's like having pneumonia in your dick.
Yeah, you can get a
Well, it's
shot.
actually easier to get. It's
Yeah.
2 antibiotics or a shot, but still playing with that stuff. No, thank you. Ow now, brown cow.
So was the girl hot enough or not? Yes or no?
Did you spit out your dip because you realized you were chewing?
Yeah, but I'm also watching Dave's dog, who's the producer, and my dog just go to town on each other. It's
Oh, are they just fucking
little
it's like
gay.
dog porno.
It's a
yeah.
little gay.
It's like dog porno. He's just going for it. It's pretty impressive, really.
But yes, no, the girl was definitely not worth it. She was probably a 6 on my scale. I think like half Asian. I'm not really into the Asian ethnicity as far as attraction. They're great
Sure.
at math and a lot of other things, you know.
not driving. Let me ask you: would your 6 be Jared's 12? Like, would that be his?
Yes,
Okay.
of course.
Okay.
He tells me, "Oh my God, this is a the best girl he's ever been able to go on a date with," and I'm like, "Man, I would swipe left on that. Sorry, dude."
Oh man, he sends me pictures throughout the day, and he's like, "Dude, look at this girl I'm about to go out with," and I'm like, "Jared, man." Like if I was like maybe partially blind and the other eye had like half a glass eye in it, I still wouldn't go out with that girl. But he's amped
funny.
about it.
The last episode that he wasn't on, he FaceTimed me like that night and was like, hey man, what did you guys like talk about me and stuff? And I was like, we took it easy on you, brother. Don't worry. Even though I will say he is right now with Travis Pastrana. I can't really get into the details,
Yes.
but
Gosh.
God, those guys pulled off such an epic stunt. And if we have the stills, you sent them to Evan and I and shit. I think you too, Ross, right?
Yes.
man.
Yep.
Yeah, crazy cool shit that they did. And then he's hanging out with the lead singer of Asking Alexandria, Danny, which is actually one of my favorite metal bands of all time. So he's just keeping on living in that teenage dream,
Wow.
man. You know?
Yeah. It's like a constant Blink-182 concert/video just playing in his life.
But I want to call
True.
like Stolen Man crush on him because like he was never an Asking Alexandria fan. Like that is
Really?
that's my favorite band since like 2009, the first like whatever it was, Stand Up and Scream. And but now he's like, oh, I fucking love this band, man. I'm like,
Oh.
Wow.
that's okay.
And
Good.
I just started listening to them because you recommended them. So
What do you
it's,
think?
Yeah, it's good. It's my new workout music.
Perfect.
You know?
Their new album drops the 15th. I'm amped on it. They'll actually be here in January. And I FaceTime with Danny and Jared last night, and I said, dude, it would be a fucking childhood dream if I could do like a rock song. I was like, we've done the rap stuff before. We've done kind of the country a little bit. I'd love to
Yeah.
play into like the more metal rock. And he's like, done. Let's write a fucking song together. Because he's a big
Dude.
Art 15 and Black Rifle fan. He's got Rockin' Her shirts in their new video that's coming out. It's fucking sweet.
That's fucking cool, man.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
That's legit.
When is he coming out in January?
I believe he plays in Salt Lake. They have a show here on the 10th of January, but he's flying out a few days earlier just to kind of come kick it and get the tour and maybe hang out a little bit and write some music.
That's fucking awesome, dude. Dude, everything is fucking blowing up. I saw Tom Hardy wearing all Peacemaker trading today.
Yeah.
Crazy,
Yeah,
man.
right?
What? I was like,
I
wait,
know.
what?
Should have been Black Rifle, but still really I'm totally kidding. It was awesome.
No, it's awesome.
It's awesome.
And two, he makes good clothing, you know. His shirts are really cool too.
Yeah, they're great.
Party.
How did that connection
shit.
happen?
I did get it. I got it.
Oh, there it is. Nailed it.
There it is.
How did that connection happen, by the way?
I have no idea. I don't know if they have a channel of communication, but like Bert sent that to us this morning, and we're like, oh fuck, dude, that's awesome. Tom Hardy just rocking a shirt, a hat, and whatever that peanut butter stuff was. I don't know. But then Jack Osborne and Bert have both done rebuttals to Tom, so it's kind of cool.
Yeah, that's super cool.
Yeah, a bunch of Drinkin' Bros tagged us in on Tom Hardy's Instagram, and I was like, I didn't know Tom Hardy had an Instagram. Then I popped over there and was like, oh shit.
Well, he just started it, and it was like, you talk about being famous. That motherfucker has like I think 20 something.
Yeah.
And it's already over 400,000 with like a couple 20 posts or something. But I will say that dude is the one MMA movie I actually thoroughly enjoy. The
Love
Warrior
that movie.
I believe.
Yep.
Yeah,
Really?
super solid. Man.
So good. It's probably it's one of the best fight movies of all time. Forget just MMA. It's one of the best fight movies ever.
Well, the fight scenes are believable enough. I mean, you can break anything apart just like a war movie, but ultimately, it's like, wow, I can watch this and not call bullshit every 2 seconds.
Right.
Well, you know why? That director is a guy named Gavin OConnor, and he did a movie called Miracle before that. I don't know if you saw it with Kurt Russell about the Miracle on Ice.
I know of it. I'm not a movie buff, so you know that.
So he's fucking hardcore. Like, hey, the producers who did The New Guy produced that movie, and they were like, hey, come and audition for this movie. But the guy wants hockey players, and I was like, all right, cool. I show up for this audition. It's at a skating rink. We get skates, pads, the whole shit. It was a fucking hour and a half worth of beating each other's brains in on ice. And like, as actors, it was totally fucked. So he ended up hiring real hockey players instead of actors to do that movie. So when he did the fight movie with Tom Hardy and those guys, he wanted MMA training and all of that shit with them. So he made them get in a ring with like real MMA and get the shit kicked out of them. So that's why it looks so real.
Well, for all the actors in that movie, I want to thank you for your service and being so brave enough to get a really big paycheck to get in a ring and not actually get hit but play the part.
They didn't get that much money. It was a really tiny budget. They only gave him like $10 million because they weren't sure how an MMA movie was going to do.
I know. I'm just fucking with you.
No, I know. But like, you know, you got a couple $100,000 to get the shit kicked out of him.
Where do you know him from? Where do you know him from?
Who?
The director.
So he worked with the guys who produced The New Guy, and he did a couple movies for them. And again, the guy's name is Gavin OConnor. I'll say this on air. I don't really give a shit. He's kind of known as an asshole in town, but his movies are really fucking good, and he keeps working. And if memory serves me correct, I believe he's taking over the new Batman.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Well,
So-
we have a 1-up story because we got to interview a true American badass on Launch Code, our business podcast.
Yeah.
Matt Eversman. Who,
No way. Really?
Yeah.
If you don't know who that is, Josh Barnett played him, I guess.
I don't know.
Josh
the
Hartnett.
actor. Yeah.
Josh Hartnett in Black Hawk Down,
Yep.
and he was on the Launch Code podcast, and that was fucking cool, man. This guy's a motivator. He spoke at a kind of a retreat speaking engagement with Evan, and it was super cool to have that guy on. Retired as a first sergeant, I believe.
Yeah.
9 years in Ranger Regiment. I just loved how fucking moto he was on Ranger Regiment. He's like, man, a fucking regiment. I'm like, oh, my dick was getting hard. And yeah, it's cool.
Supermoto guy, like really cool interview. I mean, the guy's awesome. I mean, he really is. He's one of the best speakers I've ever heard. He just, in his transition stories, epic. Like if you get to hear the whole transition story, it's super funny. I listened to him speak for like 45 minutes, so we didn't have enough time to get into the whole story on Launch Code, but it was cool. It was a super cool interview.
Well, that's a pretty cool segue because so you obviously everybody knows Ross Patterson Revolution is Ross's podcast, who does a lot of entertainment and sports and all that kind of cool stuff.
Yeah.
Obviously Drinking Bros, and then Black Hearted is actually relabeled now as Launch Code, and it's going to be our business podcast. Where our goal is just to get as many freaking entertaining and really intelligent guys on there to kind of just show how they got success in their life and bring that back around.
And
so.
you guys have had some dope guests already. You had Jack Osborne.
Yep.
Jack Osborne. Tell the audience what days and times you guys drop those.
We're not on a consistent schedule as to like we drop them every week, but it's really based on when we can get the people in, get them scheduled, and get an interview out. But we drop them every week. We've had like Tom Davon. He's been on the show. He was a former Force Recon guy, and then he became the CEO. He is now the CEO of 511 Tactical. He was the chief operating officer of Panda Express and Taco Bell. Yeah. So, and then we've had Matt Marshall, who's the CEO of Amontour, which has been in the news lately because of a lot of really cool stuff that they do. We've just had awesome guests. I mean, I think at this point we've had the individual worth of the people that have been on the podcast is, I think, and what they've created is over $2 billion now, and we've only done about 50 episodes. So
just fascinating.
Yeah, it's fascinating. These guys are hyper successul.
Do you like how we work that in? We're like, we'll have a business podcast so people can help teach us while they're on our podcast.
Yeah. It's literally just so we can get them in here and ask them questions, write shit down, and then go, yeah, that's what we'll do. Sounds good.
Let me ask you this. A lot of people have asked, will you be interviewing people at SHOT Show for that show?
Yeah, we have a robust lineup as far as who we're gonna get at SHOT Show. I felt like I missed all the Blackhearteds last year, but I'm gonna make sure I'm present this year on them. So
yeah, because you guys could get a ton of amazing guests there, obviously.
Yeah, and we've already done a ton of guys, so we'll check in with them. So we did Kyle Lamb in the studio here. That's right. Yeah. But we did Matt Graham from Graham Combat. We did Kyle Lamb. We've done a bunch of veteran entrepreneurs and businessmen.
Griffin T from Combat Flip Flops.
Yeah, Matt Griff. He was here. Like just a ton of really fucking cool, motivating, inspiring people. And to this time, I think we did 28 interviews last year. We'll exceed that at least, Dave. We'll go to at least 29 this year. So
I feel like there's going to be a hashtag called Miss the Taylor because we always just get into like random business chill talk with Jared.
People be like, "Fucking bring back Jared, man! I want to talk about drinking a whole thing of French press vodka." And
we miss him,
Yeah,
we miss that fat little fuck.
Well, look, Launch Code is a different show, and Jared doesn't understand that. So,
shit, the dogs are fucking. How do you feel about your nice puppy just getting backdoored, bro?
They've just been going at it back and forth. Like this is like mutually beneficial for both of them.
Are they spayed and or neutered?
Well, my dog his name is Beans. My 4-year-old daughter named him. Beans. Well, she wanted to name him Jelly Bean, and then we were like, Beans. Let's just go Beans. He's like 6 months old, so he's not fixed just yet.
Yeah, but they're both dudes, so there'll be no impregnating.
Oh,
right. Try as they might, it's not going to happen.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen.
Is that why I don't get pregnant?
Fucking.
Yeah.
Oh. Really? Yes, you have. That happens all the time. You ever been to a fucking dog park? No. I get mad. I'm like, nope, turn it around. I want my dog. I don't care. It's like if I had a son. Like I don't care if you're gay, son. Just be the top.
Yeah.
Once in a while, when you have a little too much whiskey, I don't want to know about it. But be the top.
We'll talk.
I like how Matt will go around and restructure tops and bottoms at the dog park, just like a good Samaritan, top bottom rearranger. Hey, buddy,
dude,
come on, have some self pride.
It's such a depiction of my personality. Like my Bremy, my ex's dog, whatever. She's a good dog mom, but like fucking, we'd go to the dog park and another dog would jump on it and I would run and just fucking not like abuse the dog, but there was no way my fucking precious little pup was getting fucked, dude. Yeah. Not today, not ever.
Yeah, I would do the same thing.
Unless it was like she wanted to be a mom with like a really cool dog, and I'm like, that's all right. Not at the dog park. You ain't no fucking hoe.
No. My dog Karl was the same way, but he was always such a cantankerous asshole when he tried to get stuffed. Like, he could take care of himself. He's just like, whatever, I'm going to eat your face.
But he mounted the other dogs, right?
He tried, but he never could. He was like old by the time he died, so back in the day, though, maybe. I don't know.
He's a good pup.
Yeah.
R.I.P. There was a crazy story about your dog not being able to be buried or something in Utah.
Yeah, remember we went on that tangent a few episodes back. It was a shitty situation for Evan.
It was a very shitty situation, but he's he's on the shelf in my office at my house, so I'm waiting to get back, and I'll give him a proper river burial, up in the mountains in northern Idaho.
That's legit.
That'll be awesome. That'll be awesome.
Yeah.
Are you going back there for the holidays?
No, we are staying here for the holidays in lovely Salt Lake, where the air pollution exceeds
safe
Shanghai
levels.
It's fucking horrible. It's so bad,
Ross,
man.
this is not a fucking joke. The inversion. So people that don't live in know about Salt Lake City, and I didn't know this until I moved here. We sit in a bowl essentially, right? Yeah. And then all the pollution during the cold air kind of maps it and holds it down. And you are stuck in this fucking bubble of pollution. And it was at a red yesterday. It was at a high orange today in Bountiful. Yeah. And then a red in Salt Lake City, which is why we're all coughing because I'm a little sick still. But, dude, it is fucking terrible. You walk in, Ross, you think it's like snow fog in the morning. It's all pollution. It's fucking pollution.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It's terrible.
Man,
it is horrible.
What are the months on that? Because every winter I go there, I feel like I get sick. But I guess that's probably what it's from then, right?
That's what it is.
I think it's like usually the worst are like December to February, I believe, and then it starts to get better, and then obviously in the preceding months, good to worse.
Yeah, it's bad, and it happens in the summer too. So because of the heat, it does the same thing in the summer. Not as bad as in the winter, but it does the same thing. It's fucking horrible. It's and I live downtown, so
you're in the fuck.
I'm
you're
like right in the mix.
Yeah, you're ground zero, dude.
Yeah. And you guys right across the street from all the homeless people. It's awesome.
Oh boy, you guys only have a few months left, though, right? Like what, 3 months or something?
Dude, countdown is happening.
We cannot fucking wait.
Wait.
You're probably what, T-minus 90 days? State. Yeah, you're about 90 days out.
We are like on countdown to the Lone Star State. So I think Matt's probably already packed everything in his house.
Yeah, I'm trying to be on like the Davon bird, so like I'm gonna pre-stage for the main element. So I'll be out there maybe a month or two early. Like, hey man, Texas is great. I haven't had fucking a cough in a good minute.
That's right. Yeah. So Fort Worth, Dallas. We'll be doing a bunch of live shows down there because we got San Antonio, Austin. Dallas, Fort Worth area, huge veteran community. We kind of crunched the numbers on it actually today. Yeah. 200,000 veterans just between those three, Fort Worth, Dallas, San Antonio, and Austin. So we talked about it. We're like, man, we can do some live shows down there. It'll be epic.
I was telling Evan too, Ross. I don't think who was there. I think it was Rocco, JT, and I. But we were coming into town. It was like at the most 1 day's notice for the San Antonio Drinking Bros chapter, and we're like, hey guys, we're gonna be in town. They fucking booked a bar, and there had to be like 300 fucking people that showed up just to get hammered. So cheers to the San Antonio chapter. That was fucking awesome.
Cheers, man. I'd love to come out, man. I love Texas. I'd love to come out and do some live shows. That'd be great.
You will.
I hope so.
Yeah. Oh, I will.
You're kind of on the payroll now, so you know you're obligated. You know.
Yeah, a lot of people have been hitting me up. Ross Patterson Revolution is now sponsored by Black Rifle Coffee, which is nice. The logo is on the live shows and at the new intro, brought to you by BlackRifleCoffee.com. Is in there as well.
Just like don't make it so rapey when you read our fucking you know.
Look, I only do rapey reads for Drinkin' Bros.
Speaking of rapey reads, you know who sponsors the show is Strikeforce Energy.
You're goddamn right they do.
Oh shit!
And that's a segue, is what we call that in the biz, in the podcast biz.
The business.
Nothing goes better than two dogs fucking than a little Strikeforce. You can put it on the dogs. You can put it on yourself. However you prefer to watch two dogs fucking, that is up to you. No, Strikeforce Energy is the premier energy drink in all of the land. They got 4 flavors: original, lemon, orange. Make America grape again.
Hold on, was my phone on the thing? Are you sure? Okay. My wife just sent me a nude in Snapchat, and I looked, and I was really hoping that you wasn't on there, was it? This one was it? Fuck. Okay, we'll X that out. Blur that motherfucker. I thought I had it tilted. I wasn't ready for that. I forgot we're filming. Shit.
Don't tell her. Don't tell her.
Hey, no, I don't want fucking the world seeing my wife's titties. Those are mine and mine only.
Those are my titties. You get your own.
Those are my titties.
You heard?
Hey, you heard? Those are my titties.
If you get your woman some Strikeforce Energy for Christmas, she said, these are yo titties. These is yo titties. It goes right in the stocking.
She sends nudes. That's funny because I literally gave her Strikeforce before she left the office, and I get a nude at fucking 10 minutes later.
Strikeforce Energy
gives you nudes.
Gives you nudes.
Now that is a tagline.
That is.
Boy, you don't have to send nudes, you get nudes with Strikeforce Energy. Go to strikeforceenergy.com, type in the promo code Drinkin' Bros for 20% off. They ship everywhere in the entire world. They get a 750 milliliter bottle that sits on your bar top or countertop. You can pop a couple squirts in, and boom, boom, be on your way. Last longer than 5-hour energy. Kick the can, kids. Try a box for a stocking stuffer. It's $9.95. It's almost like fucking stealing it with
After
the promo
that
code.
nude, I'm gonna try some box tonight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you should. Are you gonna put your salami in there?
Yeah.
Because you know what? Because Carnivore Club.
CarnivoreClub.co. They are giving the meats away for Christmas, kids. It is the meat giving season. It is the meat sweating season, and the best way to do that is to get your meats from CarnivoreClub.co. They scour the earth for the tastiest, handcrafted, real, non-gay artisans. I'm kidding. You can be a gay meat artisan. They don't judge you on that. But the meats are the finest you'll ever have in the world. You can pick 4 to 6. They put it in a nice box that is already like Christmas gift ready. So you just throw a light wrapping on that. You don't have to go hard wrapping on that shit. You can throw a light wrapping on that. It's good to go. I prefer the salami, but they've also got a bunch of shit from like Oregon, like literally all over the world. They find the best meats. This is like kind of a super lame fucking thing to say, but I was at the grocery store last night purchasing some I like bruschetta, like I kind of like the salamis and all that shit. But if it's so fucking expensive at the supermarket, crazy, right?
Considering the quality you get comparative to the price in supermarket to the Carnivore Club, it's really like it's a good deal.
Yeah, it's a great deal, and like I'm the same way because
version.
I eat a lot of salami, and it's expensive as shit at the grocery store. Where you're just like, yo, this is like $10.99.
You get like fucking 10 pieces for $10.99. I'm like, what is this?
Yeah,
fuck you.
And it's like boar's head, and you're like, no, I want some motherfucker who's grinding away on some
rare
I don't want
salami. Boar's head. I want whore's head.
Yeah, exactly, dude. Go to CarnivoreClub.co. That's a .co. Type in the promo code Drunk Santa for 15% off. You can also sign up. They've got a meat of the month club, 1 through 12. You can just line up all your meats for the year and just get it out of the way. Big fan. Or you can just put 6 salamis in a box, which is what I did last time. I also did that once in college. I don't remember the other 5 dudes' names, but it was a nice thing. It was a really nice thing.
Salami in the box instead of a dick in the box. It's better. It's better for in-laws. They don't like the dick in the box thing.
CarnivoreClub.co. Drunk Santa, 15% off. Next up, we got GhostBed.com. Ooh, sleep so good it's scary. What the fuck? Sorry. Sorry. It was I didn't see whatever that was. I was on the ghost bed. So go to ghostbed.com/Drinkin' Bros. I got a little scared.
What the fuck was that?
Edwin.
Oh yeah, that's our master roaster, just just leaving honking his fucking FJ Cruiser horn.
He's got a train horn in his FJ.
Sleeps so good.
He fucking honks on his way out.
Sleeps so good it's scary. I thought somebody was playing that on an organ. Like no lie. That's a real car horn.
His. He pulls into it every day and leaves every day to it. It's great.
Edwin is the master roaster over at Black Rifle Coffee, by the way. Ghostbed.com has got the finest mattresses that you'll ever get to lay your dick and balls on. A bunch of people have been ordering these things, and so far no one has said, holy shit, you guys are fucking liars. We've been on a few threads, and they're like, dude, I really love the Ghost Bed. We're not lying. We all have these goddamn things in our house.
We're hard workers. We ain't sleeping. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we're fucking. We're fucking is what we're doing. Go to ghostbed.com/Drinkin' Bros. You get $50 off a mattress. I believe they're running a Christmas deal, so you might get a better deal than that. Or type in the promo code Drinkin' Bros. And you also get 2 free pillows when you order, which is the sexiest thing ever. The pillows are better than the mattress, and they're both equally amazing. They've also got a pay-as-you-go plan. Go to ghostbed.com/Drinkin' Bros. Next up, we've got warfightertobacco.com. A lot of people asked if the Rocco cigar is real. Yes, it is. Yes, that is a real cigar. It is big as fuck. They got 4 new sizes: Robusto, Toro, Double Corona, and Rocco. They are Nicaraguan blend now, not Dominican. Dominican is extremely last year, and it's super poor. I'm kidding. I don't know. I've never been there. Their new Victory cigar is a super premium cigar to celebrate the victories in life. Like if you're Jared and you slept with Matt 6, that's a victory. You deserve a fucking victory cigar for something like that. Right. Go to
and again, victory is subjective because that's not a victory for me, but it's a victory for him. But he can celebrate if he can smoke that cigar.
Yeah, he can. He'll be here in 2 days. He'll be in my house in 48 hours.
Oh yeah, that's right.
He'll be here for a week. We're doing a live show here in Wilmington, North Carolina. It's Wilmington Brew Co. So if you're in town, pop on out. We're getting. I'm gonna get him trashed. By the way, absolutely. Fucking trashed.
Get him Hitler, blitzkrieg him, man.
Well, dude, you've had those beers, Matt. He doesn't know the strength of those.
He won't drink the beers; they're too full.
He has to.
He wants to go. No, he won't. He wants 0 to. Trust me, he will not.
They do not. They don't
he
serve liquor.
He scoffs at fucking Coke and whiskey, which is like it's Coca-Cola with a tint of whiskey. So he won't drink beer. Trust me.
We'll find out.
I hope I'm wrong. You know.
And look, if you're there, there's a nice outdoor section where you can smoke some Warfighter tobacco cigars. Go to warfightertobacco.com. Type in the promo code Drinkin Bros. You get 10% off. Beautiful Christmas gift. Last but not least, we got blackriflecoffee.com. Evan Hafer, why don't you tell us about it?
Hey guys, everybody knows about Black Rifle Coffee, so I just want to put it out. I'm sorry, I'm trying.
Yeah, it was good. Hey, so just a side note, I was just talking to Scott from Warfighter Tobacco. He's actually helping me put together a rifle. So that's Scott's also a very, very proficient long range shooter. I was just asking him a couple questions, but right when we were doing you were doing that read, I was talking to him. So great group of guys, not only qualified cigar smokers, but fantastic. I don't know what you'd call them. They do a ton of stuff with suppressors. So they've got Silencer headquarters, and then they've got some other stuff out there. But fantastic guys. And then Black Rifle Coffee. Black Rifle Coffee is a premium roast order coffee company. And the other piece to this is you guys have heard us talk about it a million times. We are revamping the coffee club, and I think after the first of the year, the prices are going to go up.
They are. So, they have to.
Yeah, they have to. We kind of crunched the numbers on it. We're like, listen, we've got to increase the price based on coffee pricing and a few other things. So if you lock in your pricing now before the end of the year, you're going to be grandfathered in. You don't have anything to worry about. So join the coffee club before the end of the year and take advantage of the reduced pricing until we change it around, I think it's around January 1, I think is when we're rotating new prices. So just giving the Drinkin Bros a heads up, man. If you've been thinking about the coffee club, which I think is the best deal in the coffee industry, it's roasted to order. So it's literally roasted, shipped out on your monthly schedule. You can fluctuate it. You can add or subtract however many bags you want. Plus, you get to take advantage of discounts throughout the industry. So I like to say, let your passions pay for your coffee. We've got discounts throughout the industry for it, but prices are going to go up. So get it before the end of the year, guys.
Awesome.
Get it.
Awesome. And the promo code Drinkin Bros for 20% off still stands. So get it for Christmas. It's not too late to get it in your stocking. Evan, I heard a rumor that you guys had an awesome Christmas video that's coming out. Is that true?
Yes. It's I think it's pretty awesome. What do you think, Matt?
I'm not an air conditioning unit. I'm a fan.
Yeah.
Whoa, nailed it.
It's
boom.
No, I think it's kind of fun. I think it embodies just our loves, and just for shooting and some silly stuff we can do at the range. And it was real fun to shoot. Actually,
it was really fun.
We we can give a little insight. We essentially play Christmas, not carols, but Christmas carols.
Yeah, Christmas carols
with some SIG MPXs. So. Evan and I get down a little bit. And it's fun because we were going back and looking at some other people that did it, and they're with their 22 long rifle, really slow shooting it. But him and I were really organizing our shots so we could really keep the tempo of the song, and it was real fun to do, real fun. Yeah. And I think the edit came out great. We finalized it today. It'll be up Friday morning.
Friday
morning. Look at that.
Yeah.
I showed a couple of the guys in the office just to get their general what they thought. They all laugh, and then Hubert was walking by my office, and he was like, "Ding, ding, 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 ding," and he was like, "Fuck," and I was like, "Got you." I love when melodies get sung there, but he wasn't doing the ding, ding, ding. He was singing it like the steel hit,
right.
It's good.
It's catchy. It's catchy. It's a catchy tune.
I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, I sat through a bunch of Christmas carols this afternoon.
Why? Where?
From a
You just
child.
listen to him?
My child was in a Christmas play. He's 3.5. They do it at the preschool, and a couple hours, you get together, listen to a bunch of kids sing songs. This is going to sound terrible, and I might sound like a terrible parent. Evan, I'd be curious your thoughts on this. There was some kids that were super into it who were just like, Silent Night, and you're like, oh my gosh, like that kid he'll probably be gay. He'll probably be gay, and like, for my son, like he didn't really seem that into it, and I was kind of stoked. My wife wasn't.
Why wasn't Jesse stoked for it?
Because he like everybody's participating, and like he kind of seemed bored of like, hey, I'm not your fucking monkey, and
you can't tell me what to do.
Yeah, it's not like he gets to improv or anything. So he's whenever he's got to stick to script like that, he's just like, Dad, he's not fucking happy about that shit. So like I saw him kind of like putting his head down, like kind of just going through the motions, clapping like a half a beat behind to where he's supposed to. And afterwards, I was like, "How did you feel about this whole thing?" And he was just like, it was fun. I'd rather have some toys, like he wanted some guns or whatever." And I was like, "All right, awesome."
He's gonna be a real man. You're breeding a real man.
I'm trying to, but you never know. And like, there was some kids there that you could definitely tell, like, oh man, they're super femme, like that's
Mommy,
going down.
does Christmas come with the Barbie? You're like, shut up, Sam.
Yeah, and like the inside of me was like,
can you do this to me when you're 15 at least, not fucking 5? Mommy needs some more vodka.
Yeah, exactly. Have you sat through those things yet, Evan?
No, man. My oldest just turned 4 last weekend, so we're still a little ways out. And today I went down and celebrated her. We had a little birthday party for her at her school, so that was pretty cool. This morning we were singing birthday songs with all her classmates. So
really, that's cool.
Yeah, it was super fun, man. It's like it's just fun, man. We had my newborn and my daughter, and then she's got a really small class, and it was
what's small,
fun.
like 15?
8.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's great.
No, it's fantastic. It's a really cool school. It's a little bit hippie, but it's one of those things where it's like it's just a great school full of really cool kids and great instructors. So it's fun. I mean,
I like how you call them instructors.
Oh yeah,
not
teachers. Yeah, instructors. Yeah.
Well, there's the firearm, the AR and carbine course. When they hit 6, you're like, wait, what fucking school are you sending your kid to?
Yeah. Needless to say, every time I go in there, I'm like, I can't wait for one of the hippies to approach me and go, "What are you doing here? Get out of here!
Aren't you that bigot from Black Rifle Coffee?
Aren't you that guy that was on the news network that I can't say in this building?"
Yeah.
I keep waiting for it, but
it's not a wolf, but it's a network.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Do you wear Black Rifle Coffee tees in there, Evan?
Yeah, man, I don't give a fuck. Like, it's however, like I wear my hats, my shirts. It doesn't really matter. I'm go in and drop her off, and I take her to class pretty much in the mornings, and like go into the class, like wait for the whole thing to go through. So it's it's only 3 days a week. So ultimately, it's good. It's just one of those things that I get to do with my daughter every morning. It's fucking awesome.
I will say that's one of my favorite parts about Evan Ross is because every time you're like, well, do you care if we do that or you do that? He's like, I don't give a fuck. Like, oh. Like, are you sure you should wear a Black Rifle Coffee shirt in here? People might associate you with the company and then have negative views, which might impact you. I don't give a fuck. Like, all right. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's the way it should be, though. It's your company.
Fuck
I
yeah.
want to be proud of it. Fuck it. Like,
dude, I would never be embarrassed. If someone's embarrassed at our company, they're a fucking idiot. I don't give a fuck. I love this company.
Yeah, and I mean, honestly, when you talk to, like, we've had conversations with the progressive side or the liberal side, and I mean, to the point of which, like, people are like openly hostile. It's like, see, dude, you're proving my point.
Yeah,
you're like openly hostile and you're derogatory because you can't articulate you can't articulate your point or your perspective, and people start getting hot on the collar, and it's interesting. I've had a lot of really good conversations with people that are leaning more left or way left of me, because I have another company up in Idaho, which is mainly like guiding and rafting and things like that. And so you end up crossing paths with people that are on the way opposite end of the spectrum. And it's funny because most of the time you come to terms. You're like, oh, okay,
Yes.
I see what you're.
Rational people come to
Yeah,
terms.
Rational,
okay,
yeah,
I see it.
yeah.
You know, like people can sit there and go, I don't agree with your stance on the firearms. I don't. And you're like, yeah, okay. Well, I'm not budging on that one. It's one of those things where I'm just not going to budge on it.
Yeah.
But when you start talking about individual liberty and things like that, people are pretty much on the same sheet. Like they don't want to forfeit their freedoms to the federal government, and that's where I always kind of like go with that conversation. It's like, so are you more than willing to just kind of forfeit your freedom to Congress and Senate because do you have a lot of respect for them? And they're like, no. Okay, well, let's
there's
clap
some
for that.
There's some
let's
common
clap
ground.
for that point.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's fine. My here in Salt Lake, if you're going to find a private school or if you're going to go to a public school, it's you've got to navigate the waters out here. You've got to find something that's more applicable for a non-LDS practicing person, right? So, and I'm non-LDS.
Is it that?
Obviously,
Yeah, is it that tough, Evan?
Yeah, I mean, with the majority of the kids, and this is what it boils down to is we talk to a lot of people before we put our kids into school or before we put Nara into school, and it's not that we disagree or anything with the practice of their religion. It's more that they're not very inclusive at times, and it can affect kids as they're growing up because if they're not part of the religion, they feel like they're excluded. Whereas like we're looking for a more inclusive environment, right? Because that can have like long-lasting effects on kids' psychology. So that's what we were really concerned with was like as non-LDS, I mean, we just wanted to have a very inclusive environment for.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. I find that state by state, it's different. You know what I'm saying? Like LA is a whole different set of problems as far as schools go. And shit like that. I mean, you're trying to find a school in LA where your kids can speak English, and I'm being completely dead serious about it. A lot of people don't know, like Los Angeles is 83% Latino, so most of the kids are learning English up until about the 5th grade. Therefore, because you always hear about like the rich private school kids in LA. You almost don't have a choice if you speak English because otherwise you'd be so far behind up until about 5th or 6th grade if you're in a public school. That's just the percentage of what it is. North Carolina's different. I mean, shit, I moved to a state intentionally where I could, have good public schools and do the whole shit like that. But yeah, it's amazing how much of a big part of your life that is. So
I just don't have kids, so I have none of these problems.
I think you will, by the way, Matt.
That's great.
I actually think you will. I follow your wife on Instagram. She was playing with a child, maybe yesterday or the day before. And
it's her nephew. Back off. She's a nice person. That's why.
I think.
I mean, I'm not gonna say no, but like, there's a cap of 5 years. Like in the next 5 years, I can't.
No,
like,
no,
I'm
for
good.
sure. And I wouldn't recommend it. Like, do it after 35.
Yeah, I Justin Bieber life, man. I never say never. Like, everything could be feasible and possible. Nothing's. So I'm not worried about it.
Yeah, and Evan, you and I are around the same age, and it's like our kids are about the same age as well. Like, I'm glad we did it at this. At least me, I'm glad I did it at this point because when you have a company and do all
but
this
in 5 years, I'm your age essentially, right?
Yeah,
both yours almost. So
Absolutely.
like, I'd be doing it at the same time. So
yeah. Which you should, and the reason being,
and it's perfect because you guys will have like 14-year-olds by the time I probably have a kid, which I'll be like, hey man, like Nara's babysitting fucking my kid.
Yeah, totally true. Actually,
yeah. But I don't know if you feel the same way, Evan. But like for me personally, I was such an asshole, I think, because of having a company at sort of a younger age that like by the time I had kids, it was like a nice welcome of like, oh, fuck, I should probably be a better person.
Yeah, it's funny. I was just thinking about this the other day. Like my second kid really, she just really kind of softens me in a way that it's actually I invite it because I was really concerned that I wouldn't have feelings. I've talked about it before a lot. Where at 37. I think I was just really concerned with, hey, you know what? Am I going to have the capacity to love, I should say, or have any form of feeling whatsoever? Because it's just kind of callous to every environment anywhere. And my kids have really kind of they've done that. They've actually proven that I do have the capacity to love and have feelings, and it's okay. Especially when I have 2 little girls, so I can't. I can't get angry. I don't raise my voice, like I don't do any of those things. I'm just like, okay, let's work through these problems, and it's really good. I think for me, just having kids is really good for me, because I think I would be even more. People have said they've said that I can be fairly intense, and I think my kids have definitely kind of taken the edge off.
I don't think you're that intense, to be honest with you. Like,
I don't either, but people tell me that. Like,
well, there's a little bit to it. You call a spade,
right,
and you don't fucking sugarcoat it, which is why you're such a good CEO. Because if you were to sit there like, okay, Brad, let's talk about feelings and how you didn't fucking work last night. You're just like, well, next time if you work and did your fucking job, I wouldn't do it for you. I mean, you don't say it that way, but like, I fucking commend it, because I'm not that guy. That's why I was a terrible CEO, because I'd be like, oh man, no worries, brother. Like, maybe next time, man. Like, and then fucking that doesn't work. That's not how you run a fucking company. So I don't think you're an asshole. You just call a spade a spade.
Yeah, I've spent a lot of time, like, I don't want to go down the rabbit hole in this, but I spent a lot of time kind of being introspective with the kids and just really trying to figure out how to communicate more effectively with them, kind of understand them. And I still have a hard time, because it's, empathizing with a 4-year-old is very difficult, especially when you go from, like, Matt and I or whomever, we go from, like, managing a company of 100 people to a house. And, because of my background, I'm not, it's not like I've been teaching preschool or something. My wife accuses me of trying to turn my daughter into a Green Beret at times. And it's not intentional. It's just like, I'll ask simple questions like, why are you doing that? Stop standing on the table. Get off. And I institute some things that could be perceived as like military behavior. I got to give countdowns and things where I'm like, you have 5 seconds. 5, 4, I'll start counting down. But man, that snaps her moving, dude.
Why do you think they do it in the military?
Oh yeah,
you have 5 seconds getting your fucking bunks. 5, 4. You're like, oh god, I don't want to get smoked and have extra duty.
And that's exactly what I instituted. Was like, okay, so I've got these countdown rules. She goes into timeout and things like that, where. Those are things that I learned, and I'm way less, I'm like, okay, honey, you got 5 seconds, and she's like, what? Yeah, 5 seconds to time out. You better fucking shape up, So I don't say fuck or anything. I can lay it down. I'm definitely, my wife is like way more forgiving. Like there's not a lot of fudge factor over in my land. There's like, tighten it up, like we clean her room before she goes to bed. It's so funny, because it's like, I'll just sit there in the chair and give her directive to clean up everything. And it takes sometimes 45 minutes. And I'm just sitting there, pick that up, organize this, put everything away. And I was thinking about it. And I'm smoked in the evenings. Like, I'm like completely mentally exhausted. And I still got to put in an extra, few hours when I get home and actually try to be a good dad and give her the tools that she's going to need to succeed. So that's my 2 cents. That was a long answer to a short question.
That's all right. Look, that's the hardest part, I think, is making the time. Because I'm the same way with you. I come home, hang out for a couple hours, and then I'll work for like 3 or 4. And it's that balance of whether or not you actually spent enough time with your child during the day that always haunts me.
I have a short question for you, Ross.
Fire away.
Are you in a fucking wind tunnel?
Yeah. What's going on?
Where are you recording?
So this is a good story, actually. It is 33 degrees here in Wilmington, North Carolina, which is that is unusually cold for here. My wife cranked up the heat to somewhere in the 90s. I mean, it felt tropical up in this motherfucker. So I had to turn on a ceiling fan. It's 33 degrees outside, but I have to turn on a ceiling fan in my room. So I'm not in board shorts and flip flops, because it's like a goddamn Corona commercial in here. That's how tropical it is,
dude. It's like the fucking battle of the thermostat with women. I'm like, sorry,
women's.
I've had some fun in my day.
But
they want that bitch like 74 degrees. I'm like, it needs to be 66 degrees up in my motherfucking house. There's things called sweaters and blankets. I'll buy you all the fucking blankets you need. Just don't fuck with it.
Yeah,
There's a fireplace. Sit next to that fucking thing.
The thermostat should never be touched by a woman ever. Like
No.
ever.
No.
Yeah.
No.
It's like a vehicle. Like
Yeah.
women should. I'm just kidding. Oh God, broettes are gonna kill me. Oh no, I'm sorry.
But look, a thermostat is true because it's either ice cold or fucking Africa. Like, I mean, I came home and it was like slave heat in here. It was real, like 1800s, where I was like, fuck, man. So yeah, I had to crank on the fan. That's what you hear. Luckily, the mic doesn't pick it up because these Shure 7Bs are the jam. Right. But yeah, and the hatred I have for it, like I'll think about this for the next hour. How hot she cranks up this thermostat.
Yeah, that's a constant physical argument in my house is the thermostat. Like we go toe to toe on this thing because I finally capitulated it at 70, so that's where she keeps it, and that's fine for me. You know what? I can keep it at 70, but when she likes to punch it up to like 75, I start sweating.
Yeah,
dude, I start sweating as I'm walking around the house.
Same. 70s are our compromise number as well, Evan. That's weird.
Yeah, I can't because anything above 70, and I know exactly when it hits 71. I'm like walking around the house going, what the fuck? Yeah. And it starts making me mad because I also know that I won't be able to sleep. I can't go to bed when it's 71 degrees. I can't do it. I won't be able to sleep, and I'm going to be like completely pissed off because it was 71. 1 degree difference, I know. My wife was like, always tells me, there's no way you can tell. I'm like, I will not even look at this thing. I will tell you exactly what the fucking temperature is. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. Are you a cold sleeper as well?
I have to. Man.
I have to be frigid.
Same. Yeah.
I open the window. It's 30 degrees here. I open my window, and it gets down to probably 50 degrees in my room because I'm like, yeah, fuck it. That's what I do. But because I work late. My wife and I are. She goes to bed early. I work late and get up early. That's the compromise we make. I go to bed late and get up early. She goes to bed early and wakes up late. Or something.
Same, yeah.
So I have my own sleeping quarters. So it's just like the shittiest room in the house that I just like go and crawl up into, so I can get a halfway decent night's sleep. Plus, she flops around, so it's just I can't sleep in the same bed. It's just we can't. There's just no way. I can't go back to it, dude. I can't go back to that like dual sleeping situation. It drives me fucking crazy.
So you don't sleep in the same bed with her at all?
No, we would have to have a mattress the size of California. It wouldn't be a California king. It'd have to be like California.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what he's not telling you, I'm usually in the downstairs bedroom, so I mean that might be a part of it, but whatever.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Look, either way,
because you come sleep with me.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cruise up there to Matt's house and sleep in his bed.
No, I'm in your basement your bed. That's right. You know what's funny? Because I've never heard that. Because some people like it's a snoring issue. I feel like, but then I could see like the non-synced schedules. That why you'd have to sleep in another bed because if I don't know. I guess it depends on like your bathroom situation. If someone's getting up super early to get ready and do makeup, because I've been in those where like they're up at fucking 3:30 and 4, and I'm like, bro, I was up till midnight fucking doing shit, and I got to be up at 7, but I want that solid fucking 6 hours of sleep, man.
Yeah,
I can't do it, man. Like we hit a point where we were married for like a year and some change, and I finally I proposed this. I was like, hey, maybe we don't maybe we don't share this. And she's like, she took a minute, but she's like, okay, I'll try it. Once she went to it and I went to it, it was like, this is fucking great. We're never going back. Like it's like Ozzy and Harriet 1950s, like, double twin mattresses in that fucking bitch. Like I will go back to that before I go back to sleeping in the same
I can
bed.
imagine like the psychology too. It's like when you see each other in the morning, it's like, oh, good to see you. It's not like you haven't been there like all night, which might be kind of a refreshing thing a little bit.
That's great because I don't get woken up, man. Like I don't get woken up, and the only thing that wakes me up is like, things that are natural that are going to wake me up anyway. Like somebody else getting up to piss or somebody else to do something, and I would get up if it was like after 2, and if my wife got up to piss or something, I would be up for the rest of the fucking night. I would be like
really
wide awake. Yeah. And I just got to the point where we both agreed is like, hey, this is going to work. And honestly, it's fucking worked phenomenally well for the last 2 years has been great because I can stay up and work as late as I want. I don't have to worry about waking her up. She can wake up really early. She doesn't have to worry about waking me up, so she can punch out and go to the gym or something like that. And she knows that I'm there, right? So it's like we don't wake each other up whatsoever. We see each other in the morning. We have coffee every morning, and it's a fantastic 1950s sleeping arrangement. It's fucking great.
Yeah. I like it.
I do too. There's not a lot of people who can get away with that. Like my Jesse's pissed if I'm not in the bed at by 3 or 4 a.m.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. She because I think every dude would probably be down for that, of just sleeping on their own. But yeah. Because everybody's got their weird sweet like sleep habits where it's like somebody needs like a Brookstone sleeping machine or a fucking one of those eye things. I still keep a fan on in the room, not a ceiling fan either. It's got to be like this like a box fan that goes, which is like that's a weird thing probably.
It's like little ambient noise.
Yeah,
a lot of people have those. They have like noise machines. Rich has one. It's like they have like their certain setting that they like the ocean. I like pitch dark and quiet as fuck.
Yeah.
That's my go-to.
So you go nothing in the room. Like you have that fan, but it doesn't have the blades.
Yeah, it's the Dyson air filter fan thingy. So yeah, there's no noise in that. I mean, you can hear the air kind of break, but no, I don't like that. I'm an Evan, little light sleeper. I mean, I self-medicate for sure to sleep because I'm an insomniac, but I like to be able to, if someone kicks down my fucking door, I'm ready to go. And there's all these like studies about REM and how to get in that cycle and how actually like making your room completely dark is the optimal like environment for sleep, which hasn't been happening lately because we got fucking 9,000 Christmas lights up.
Right.
Noelle was like, I mean, goddamn, her name is Christmas. She's like, I'm gonna fucking do the whole house.
Outside or inside?
Oh, solely inside. We bought a reefer outside, and she never even hung it. And then she put up that green shit everywhere. It's cute. The house looks awesome when you walk into it, but yeah, it's a lot of light.
Every Christmas, me and Jesse hang the wreath Witherspoon. So that we just put that on the door today, and then we put a Chris Angel on top of our Christmas tree every year.
Jesus.
That's
yeah. We really go for it. Well, I've never put up the Christmas lights though. Have you guys ever done that outside?
It's just like a lot of work.
That's what I thought. Yeah, but there's a lot of families that do it. And I'm like, man, the teardown on that looks like a long time.
I talked Noelle out of it, but like there was these people that came by and left a flyer, and it was like they do home installation for lights, free lights at the home installation. I'm like, what is that, $1,000 to like pimp out your house? I was like, fuck the neighbors, man. It's a weird fucking place anyways. Like I live inside of my house, not out of it. Right. I don't need to come home to the fucking 6 seconds from parking my truck to walking in my fucking front door to look good. I want the inside of my house to look how the fuck I want it to. So, and then I'm in an HOA too, who are a bunch of fucking cockbags. Not like they listen to this one, but fuck them. and I got a fucking neighbor that lets her dog shit in my lawn all the fucking time. I'm like, if I catch you,
that's me. You're never gonna catch me.
You're never gonna catch me. Yeah, your weird ass gets up at 4 in the morning every morning because you already do. You just come shit in my lawn. And come back, like that looks like human
that's
shit.
When I read the paper, dude.
Okay, no worries. I'll clean it up then. It's all good.
So Matt, I want to back up. There's a service that pays for lights?
Yeah, I guess like it's just, I mean, of course in like rich areas, not that I live in a rich area, but I don't know. They said they do home installation and they like set up the whole house. You can pick like all the different types of lights, coloration and, design. And
that's kind of a genius idea. I've never even heard of that.
Oh,
yeah.
I love that idea. I was thinking about it. Actually, I was thinking about it day before yesterday when I was putting up the Christmas tree. It was the biggest fucking pain in the ass. Yeah. And
wait, hold on. Where did you get your Christmas tree from? Is it real, fake?
No, real. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we went and got a Christmas tree, but I got this stand. I went and got this new stand. It's supposed to be like 30-second setup, like it's supposed to be fucking so easy. I just about fucking threw the entire thing away. Like I just about took the tree, the stand, and everything and threw it in the back of the truck and took it to the fucking dumpster because I was so pissed off. I took this stand out, and it was already broken. So I had to figure out how it worked so I could fix it.
Oh fuck!
And then I had to fix it to use it, and I was still using it improperly because there wasn't directions. This is a brand new box, by the way. It's a $40 tree stand. So I'm thinking I'm gonna save so much time. I'm gonna be able to just bust this thing out 30 seconds, dog. I'm done. Oh my God, man. A half hour into this, and my wife...
It's like IKEA.
My wife had to bring me a drink. She had to bring me a drink and rub my shoulder and just be like, dude, it's going to be okay. Because this is...
Dude, I did it right this year, even though it didn't come with instructions as well. But I was like thinking about all the new Christmas trees because they have all those like little farms you can go get them.
Yeah.
And I even want to cut one down, but then I realized the permit and where I had to go. I was like, fuck this.
Yeah.
I went to At Home, which is like that domesticated fucking furniture store that they have here.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I bought, it was like a fucking 6 or 8 foot tree. It comes in 3 parts.
Nice.
And it plugs in, and you don't even have to now plug in the lights for the different sections. The light bar is the stand. So you shove it down like, I think 6 minutes. I had the tree up completely lit. It was just white lights. And then obviously my wife spent like fucking 4 hours making it look awesome. But I was like, yeah, I fucking own the tree. Thanks, China.
Yeah, if I put up lights in my house, it'd look like the fucking inside of Winona Ryder's house in Stranger Things. Like, it'd just be stapled in all weird and janky. Like, I'm terrible at that shit.
I'm gonna send you a full picture of what Noelle did to her, like, or from upstairs to downstairs. It's impressive. It's it's a lot.
I do not have those skills.
A little Mexican.
Yeah, I would be paying the person who came to the house. Like, that's why I harped on that, because I want that guy's number.
I mean, I just pay for a lot. Okay, never.
Yeah, I would be look to do the outside of the house though. Fuck. If there was a service here that did that, I'd fucking do that. I think for sure.
I think I would do it. You know, I
you
was
guys
thinking
have
about
kids
it.
though, right? Because nothing would be cooler than them setting it up, not letting like your daughter see it, and then hitting that button just like in the movies, like, and the whole fucking house lights up.
Yeah,
that would be dope for a kid.
Yeah, it would be really cool. You know, I mean, that's why I was thinking it would be easy just to outsource it, so I could spend more time doing, work.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I was thinking. Because what you could do is send your entire family away, hire this guy. They come back from the mall, and then you hit the switch, and you're like, "You're welcome. I just fucking worked hours.
You're
on
welcome."
this. Yeah,
yeah.
It is true because there's a certain point in life where it's like setting up 6 hours of Christmas lights.
Oh boy,
is you can make significantly more money working that 6 hours and then just hiring someone
or
to
just
work.
Doing something that I don't take any time off anyway ever. So it's like doing this fucking setting up a Christmas tree should be fun, but when you're getting angry at the stand and you're like yelling at the sun because you're just an ignorant ape like me, just fucking trying to set it up, I'm like, man, I could have like, if I would have paid somebody like $50 to do this, so I could have like gone off and fucking had like a good time with my daughter, and then came back and been like, hey, you know what? She didn't have to see Dad like almost throw the fucking tree stand through the wall.
Fuck Christmas and Santa isn't real.
Fuck Christmas. Santa can't come down that chimney. It's fucking impossible. Come on.
Well, I'll show you what doesn't work.
You set the Christmas tree on fire and then piss it out.
Yeah, piss it out.
Yeah.
Fuck this tree.
Fuck you. Merry fucking Christmas. With that, we've come to the Drinkin' Bro of the
Drinkin'
day.
Bro of the week.
Oh,
Day, it's the week.
Yeah,
bro.
Yeah. This is a wild story actually. This one was submitted by Tyler Lawhead. He said, "I'd like to nominate a lower classman of mine, David Trivelpiece, for Drinkin' Bro of the week. David was being a good Samaritan and just a good dude. When he stepped in between an older intoxicated man assaulting a pregnant woman. When he stepped in, the older man pulled a gun and shot David in the neck. David is now fighting for his life and in critical condition. And he submitted the story with it. They're from Oregon. You never think Oregon people are that crazy, but maybe they are. I don't know.
Wow.
That's a crazy story, because if you look at this,
what a badass for doing that.
I know. If you look at if you read the article,
when you whip a gun out at a fucking pregnant lady,
I know. And the guy was hammered, and I read the article. The article's in the OregonLive.com. And if you look at the old man who shot him, like, you would never guess this guy in a million years. It looks like somebody's white grandfather, like,
Huh.
Strange.
Well,
But dude, good
Well,
on.
I hope he
Good on
recovers
you.
and he's okay, man.
Yeah, man.
Jesus.
Same. And thank you for submitting that, Tyler. We really appreciate it. Wow, this show fucking flew by the way.
Yeah, it did.
Fuck. If you're in Wilmington, North Carolina, come see Jared and I with special guest Jack Mandeville at Wilmington Brewery Company. We're going live, and we'll be live on the Drinkin' Bros podcast page as well on Facebook.
I'm going to troll you guys when you're live.
Yeah.
Please do. Please do. I want to see how drunk I can absolutely get Jared that night. And yeah, man.
Put vodka in his beer.
When's the next
Yeah.
launch code coming out?
Dave, when's the next launch code? When are we releasing it? Monday.
Monday.
Mondays is when we're trying.
Download the new launch code. For Evan Hafer, Matt Best, I am Ross Patterson. Good night, everybody.
Good night.